Hello, gorgeous. Love you. Back again. Rainy day today, so had to put on the parka, But I'm so happy to be here. I'm so proud of you. I'm so thankful for you. I just love you, and I want you to know how abundant you are, what an abundant person you are, what an abundance of joy and love and excitement that you bring into other people's lives, no matter what you are, no matter where you are, no matter who you are, what you do, what exemplifies you, what you think determines or dictates your life. You can change it. I lived so long by thinking that I was so tied and attached to working for someone. I had to, it was such a strong identity for me. It was so hard to break because not only was I strongly attached to it, but this is who I am. I work hard. I have a reputation for working hard. I have a reputation for being one of the best employees you could have. I never left anywhere without having an amazing resume to take with me to the next place that I went. I was the true definition of work harder and you'll make more. Work harder and you'll climb the ladder. And little did I know, after all these years, that I was really, really loving the masculine side of myself. I love to prove that I could, start an IV in a short amount of time and on people that no one else can start it on, and teach things that other people couldn't teach in a really short period of time, and get test scores up high, and get in the cases with physicians and help them navigate through tough situations when they were doubting themselves. And, just showing up and being the best person in the room, I had that down to a T. But you know what was missing? Missing thing was I was working way too hard and I was doing something that I really didn't want to do. So throughout all of that, was I always an abundant person? Absolutely. Is there anything wrong with you working 12, 15, 16 hours, working 2 and 3 jobs like I did? No, there's nothing wrong with it. Absolutely. If you're happy and you're passionate about doing that, please continue to do it. Just work more on finding out what you really, really love the most so you won't have to work 3 jobs. Or if you have 3 good gigs that you have going on that you're working not putting a lot of time into, great. That's wonderful. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that from my experience, I was tired of trading time for money. I was gone all the time, especially if you've ever been in healthcare or even teaching. Teaching, you weren't necessarily gone all the time, but because I was both, I had to teach when teaching was going on, and then when it was time teaching stopped, I had to go do nursing because teachers literally don't make any money. And my kids are high maintenance, just being honest. And it's totally my fault I raised them that way, me and my husband both. But needless to say, over the long haul of the things, I kept thinking to myself, there's got to be a better way. There's got to be a better way. There's got to be a better way. And the better way was finding more about myself, learning more about who I am, what I have to offer, what kind of person am I, who am I, what am I, what's my purpose, And I looked back over my life, and the thing that I loved the most and gave me the most joy was watching other people succeed. That was my joy. And that's how I became such an abundant teacher. And then unfortunately, we went through some tough times financially, and I had to leave teaching. And so I ended up back into a medical sales position, support sales position that actually prepared me to get in really uncomfortable situations with physicians and things like that. And it really pushed me out of my comfort zone. And I really, started to learn and thrive in that business. Then I got laid off. And that's when I was able to start really focusing more on what I want. What do I want? I really want to work for myself because I want location freedom. I want to work 4 hours a day, 5 days a week, and then the rest of the week, I want to do what I want to do. I want to go work out. I want to go play tennis. I want to go eat lunch with my friends. I want to go shop with my daughter. I want to drive and see my kids, my boys, and spend time with them and their significant others. And, me and my husband go do fun things. I just wanted a different life. And so I really had to start creating that life myself. I had to really start thinking, first of all, is this life really something I could live? Even though I want it, can I have it? Yes, I can. And so I started really just focusing on telling myself that I could have that life because I had to accept that I could have the life first. And then when I was able to really, really sit down, and that took some time, believe you me, it took time and some effort and some healing and some rewiring of this brain. Oh my goodness, feels like hard-headed is an understatement. But as I worked through it, and I continued to believe, because other people around me had this life, I can have this life. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with me wanting that life or having it. So I'm going to go ahead and start accepting it before I get it. And that's what I started doing. I started saying, no, I have this, I have that. And if anybody were to ask me, where is it? I would say, I don't know, but it's coming. It's not in my 3D world yet, but it's coming. It's going to be there. I promise you it's going to be there, because I know that I know that I know. I don't just believe. It used to be I went from believe, and now it's I know. I don't just believe that I'm abundant. I know that I'm abundant. I know that I can have an abundant life. I know that I can have the life that I want, because I literally, before my own eyes, I changed it. I changed my life from living in lack to living in abundance. And this is how I started. I started with hiring coaches, and I started with reading books, listening to videos, changing the way I thought. I started listening to people who thought the way that I wanted to live. I started listening to people that had a life that I wanted, how they were talking, how they were acting, what they were doing. I'm like, if these people can live this life, anyone can. It's not specified for anybody. There's no law that says that. We're all created equal, and we're all created the same. Yes, some people are a little smarter than others, but let me tell you something. You don't have to be academically smart to figure things out. You have to be more intuitively smart to move through these things. Academics help. They're great. Don't get me wrong. But there are so many people that were not academically smart that are making millions of dollars. They don't need that. Okay? So they just need to believe in themselves and have an idea that they believe in so solely and so fully that it comes to fruition, because they don't stop believing in it, and they don't stop moving towards it and becoming it and becoming it and becoming more of it. So you got to start taking steps, moving in towards that. Okay, so that abundant person that you want to be, or the life that you want to live. So we talked about being abundant, and you should be feeling more abundant. You should be feeling better about yourself at this point in time. If you're not, keep working on just feeling good. Sit with your feelings that are not good, allow them to leave, and then accept new ones in and feel good. Build yourself back up. Build yourself back up. Self-coach yourself, okay? Self-coach. Hire a coach, but also work within yourself to repair your own self. So just hiring a coach, unless they're going to give you one-on-ones every single day, which I don't know coaches that do that. Most of them are, don't meet with you that much. So you get their program and you can study it like on your own. Or they're going to do one-on-ones with you, but they're still not going to be like, you're going to have to work on this every day. And so trying to change your life is not an overnight process. It is like a series of steps that you have to go through. You've got to heal. You've got to learn. You've got to rewire. And you've got to really just trade one life for the other. You've got to be like, I'm putting that life over there because I no longer serves me. And I'm going to bring this new one in because it does. And then you might go through this phase again. I call it shedding. Like, we're shedding our skin, and I'm getting rid of that. That's my old skin. This is my new skin. And I love myself. I love who I am. I love what I bring to the table. And I want you to feel that way too. I want you to love just being in this skin right now. It's new skin. It's new blood. It's new love. And keep going forward. Just do it easily and with grace. Give yourself some grace. I like to push myself way too hard because I'm such a hard worker. I want to work and work and work and work and see results. And sometimes that doesn't work. It just doesn't work. It's more of the bringing it into me, bringing these thoughts to me, bringing these feelings into my life, bringing the existence of these possibilities into my life, and believing them, believing it, and then connecting with it and saying, oh, wow. Now not only do I believe in it, I can feel it. Like, oh my gosh, I could really feel and imagine how it would be to live a life of working 3 to 4 hours a day and being able to have location freedom. I can do it from wherever I want, so that I can now live my life or how I want to live it around my kids' lives. They've got their own lives now, and I get to just come in and be a little part of it every now and then. That's all I really want. And then I have my own life with my husband, and we get to do things that we love, and it's just amazing. But I had to come a long way to get there, and I had to accept that that life, it's okay to let that life go because you're really trading it for something better. And when you decide to give of yourself to others and share your talents and gifts with others, that's your path. And when you start going down that path, that's your path. And that's okay because you're going to love it. You're going to embrace it, embody it, and make it yours. It's not like anybody else's. Don't compete. You can look at other people and get ideas and be in love with what they're doing. You can share, you can borrow from what they're doing and make it your own. You don't have to compete. Just make it you. And yes, there's enough people out there. The market's not flooded. No matter where you're at, there's something that you have that's a talent or a gift. Even if what you've been doing seems like it's getting flooded, seems like it's getting, the market's rolling over, there's something new coming in for you that you can still do. You can branch outside of that and use all the experience you have in that area and create something totally beautiful and new. So whatever's going on in your life, just keep feeling abundant. Keep loving yourself. Thank you so much for joining me. We are so close to the end, and I hope and know, I don't hope, because hope has a little bit of a negative sense to it. Like, I hope you're getting something out of this. I know you're getting something out of this. I know you are. Because there's no way, if you listen to this every day and you say these things to yourself every day in a consistent manner with intention, and you are trying to match up a feeling, you're trying to create a feeling with it, you're going to get one. You're going to get the feeling. If you hadn't got it yet, you're going to get that feeling. That feeling is coming. The feeling is coming. The imagine part of it is coming, where you can imagine being where you are. You can imagine being where you want to be. And you can love it. And you can say, yes, it's here. And then all of a sudden it just shows up. It just shows up and you're just there. And it feels so good. So if you can put yourself in a place of feeling the relief, feeling the goodness of already being where you want to be before you get there, it's going to come a lot faster. It's going to come a lot faster than you can ever imagine. Like a bolt of lightning comes in. Just, oh my goodness. But thank you again so much for following this. You will feel it. If you haven't, it is coming. Okay? Love you. See you tomorrow. Mwah. Have a great day.